So today we're going to do a comparison video on all these different iPhone 7 screens. Got a fair few here from a fair few different suppliers and different manufacturers, and we'll see how they compare against each other. We've got Youda X Pro display, sold by Repair Outlet under an AM Plus SKU line. An OEM screen, an original iPhone 7 pulled screen, a replace space premium screen, an in-cell replace space screen, an NCC Fit screen by Bisbee, an FX5, Itucolor, and an IP9 by iPad screen. So we're going to take a bit of a nose to start off with at the iPhone 7 OEM and original pull. I really want to know, see if there's any differences between the two, really. So both of them have got adhesives on them. So let's have a bit of a nose. This is the OEM. It's got a really good quality flex on there. Definitely OEM flex there. And this is the original pull. Interesting to see. There's literally no differences between the two. Tell this is a pulled screen. It's got no, you see the glue that's been used there. Be interesting to see how these look compared against each other. I'm not going to lie, I can see a lot of things crossed out on the pulled screen, so interesting to know what that is. I'm just going to have to plug this bit in here. I'm not going to lie, this phone's dead. There we go, that's coming on nicely. And that one's coming on nicely as well. This one on charge. Sort that out. Oh, it's got different backgrounds. Let's change this one to the same background as this. Let's just... So... This is on the O. Very good touchscreen on them. This is on the O, yeah. No, this is original. You can definitely tell this has got a deeper purple here than this one. But overall, they're pretty much the same. There you go, that's got 15% on there. They're pretty much the same. It's definitely got deeper colours, this has. So there is definitely a difference between the two. Whether that's the polarizer they're using or anything like that, I'm not too sure. So, the OEM one is definitely below the original. So it definitely means them definitely original pulls then. It's just amazing right there. There's no difference between them two. That's pretty cool. So leave them to one side on top of their boxes. Original. Oh, yeah. So this is a Youda screen. Let's have a bit of a nose and a replace space premium. So all these screens are about the same price point. I've noticed you were getting glues in everything, although no, the Youda screen didn't come with one. This is Youda, and this is a replace space premium screen. So let's have a bit of a notice. So compared to the OEM Flex, they're very thick still. Obviously there's quite a few differences between the two. But there's quite a lot of differences down the bottom here, and even the Youda screen kind of goes with that, especially at the bottom here compared to, this is the OEM and this is the original, which are exactly the same. So there is a few differences. Let's have a bit of a nose and see how I do. I'm just gonna see if this battery is charged actually. Oh, it is. It's not bad. So the colours on this premium screen are really good. These two are very close in display quality. So this is very slightly dimmer and a little bit less white. Very close to each other though. Definitely think it's got the brightness. Let's just double check the brightness settings on these phones. Both up full. That's only on 4%, so we can charge before that dies on it. So I'm definitely going to say replace space premium one, that is really good quality. The Flex is a really nice flick one. Same with the Youda one, they seem to be using exactly the same Flex. Let's zoom this display as well. Oh, there we go. So yeah, they're very, very close to each other. So now we've done that. Responsiveness. Oh, it's very, very responsive. Both very good coloured screens. Very nice. So I'm gonna say the Youda is below, just on the whiteness, and the colour accuracy of the premium screen. Now, let's have a bit of so Youda or Yoda or however you pronounce it have their own factory, so that is a screen that they make themselves to their own specifications. Obviously Replace Base are a supplier, they don't make their screens. So let's have a bit of a nose and see, well, kind of who does, in a way. So I'm seeing some JH marking. No, this is a JK screen. With, I believe, what they call an OEM flex, maybe? No, that's not an OEM, no. Well, definitely, I'm going to say that's OEM, well, OEM copy, should we say. So that was the Replace Base screen here. So that's a JK screen, that one is. And this is the Youda screen, the Youda screen, and that's obviously their own factory. Still really good colour accurate display. Touch is really good on that one. So we're going to go with a Replace Base in cell versus the NCC Fit one. Find out which is the best out of these two. What we'll be doing is at the end kind of going through exactly which is the best out of the best. So the ones that kind of ain't as good as the ones that prior to it, it's kind of pointless putting them up against each other because they ain't gonna look as good really. Although I would like to know exactly the differences and find out which scale they all are. That would be an interesting one. So this is the in-cell screen, and this is the NCC screen. Notice none of these have actually got their back plates as of yet, and that's the metal shield, so you're gonna have to pre-install all of these, as I'm sure with the FX5, the Itucolor and the IP9 screens you do get them included, so that does save a bit of time, I'm not gonna lie. But are these screens worth the extra time? That's the question. So this is another, obviously, I believe NCC have their own factory, making to their own specifications. Oh, I forgot to have a look at the ICs on this one, but we'll do that once off. I just want to be a bit nosy and see what the colours look like, not gonna lie. Oh wow, now that NCC screen, that's got some nice colour on it actually. Very vibrant. Very responsive. That's quite a nice screen actually. Oh, really impressed with that one. So this is the in-cell screen. This is supposed to be better, in a way. Again, the colours. That's got a lot more deeper colours than this one. Very responsive. Let's have a look at the whites. This has got a very yellowy white. This is very whitey white. But the colour of green on that is really vibrant. And also there seems to be a little bit more of an edge around this screen than this one. We'll have to have a look at the OEM, because I think that's slightly, like, maybe the white around it slightly bigger and covers up the black area a little bit more. I'm not really sure. See, that's a very difficult one because it's a very yellowy white. Touchscreens are both very accurate though. Seems to be a little bit laggy on this one. I'm not going to lie, I think the NC screen, it's got a slightly yellowy white, but overall that's a really nice looking screen. This one's got a really bright white to it, and the colours are just as vibrant, especially compared to. There you go. I'm intrigued to have a look at that against the original pull screen. I want to see if there's any difference between them two. The battery just died on me. It's even got a bit of a deeper colour than the it's got a lot deeper reds, and the purple's a bit deeper as well. NCC screens are very, very vibrant in colours. They look very good. So at the moment, that's kind of the one to beat. Wow, it's pretty cool. Just fit battery on here. Seriously, it's like 8:30 at night. Who's calling me? In the shop, may I add. Oh, why does this one always stick on that bit there? There you go. So, the in-cell screen from Replace Space, let's have a bit of a nose. Not 100% sure, but it's completely non-OEM flex. There's the original for reference here. Like, as you can see, that's all done up down there. Very good quality screen, and for the price, it's very good. So, it's definitely in a keeper pile. And there's our original pull, just for some reference, some more Apple logos. And let's have a look on the NCC screen. Screen. This flex is very, very thin. Like, that's definitely not an OEM flex. It's very, very thin, actually. I can imagine tearing this wouldn't be hard. It's like, compared to the OEM, it's like, I'm sorry, this is the original. There's a lot different there, and you can kind of just see it's a really flimsy compared to this. It's really solid and not thick as. Right, let's put these down there. Solid. Yeah. So it's definitely, the screen is really good quality, so that's one to beat for quality. The screen flex itself, if it works, you can't really say anything, can you? Especially for the price. I believe that was only £19. that I paid for this. So now we've got my favourite, the FX5. That's out of my own stock. Let's put it up against. I've got an odd number of displays. Don't work out nice. So Itucolor VFX5. I think I know which way this is going to go. They both include glues. There's your FX5 glue. You peel that away there. Push that up here. It pops out easy. We've got the Itucolor. Now, I always get asked, which one's better, Itucolor or FX5? Well, I suppose this is going to tell you. Now, we'll go into a depth more on each screen on a different video. I really want to go in to find out exactly. I've spoken to a few of the manufacturers and I just think the video is going to be far too long if I went through everyone's comments and things like that. Oh, I'll get no further with that without plugging it in, will I? So this is another one that's gone for a very, that's very white compared to a very yellowy background. But we saw that with the NCC one and that is amazingly good colours. So colour range wise, FX5 is, this is one of the reasons why it was always my favourite. The purple's purple, the red's are red. That is very close to the original colours in the respect that I think the NCC oversaturates in certain colours and overemphasises in certain, and I don't know, I've always believed the FX5 to be more of a more colour accurate experience. So we're going to go on the whites now and let's have a look at the whites. So I can already see the difference. That's a very yellowy white. Now obviously none of these have got true tone. I haven't tried to code any of these up yet or anything like that. But exactly the same as the NCC display this is, where it's slightly yellower on the whites, but I'm not gonna lie, I like mine on the yellow or white side because I have mine set on that on my personal iPhone. Some people don't, but yeah, the colours on these displays though are slightly yellower. Hey, maybe they use the same exact display. So FX5 here against the Itucolor. I'm gonna say this one kind of knocks it out, really. So I'd like to see the NCCV FX5. I'd like to also put a couple of other screens up via each other, and I've also got the IP9 to test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the IP9 against the loser of this one, which is the Itucolor. Say loser. It's a really good display, but it's just not as, when you're looking at it, it's not as colour vibrant, I don't think. But there again, it's personal opinion here. So the IP9 one. So I have a bit of this one already. And let's have a look. Why do I get black of this but white of everything else? Here you go. So this is IP9 versus Itucolor. Oh wow, actually, like the IP9 is actually kicking Itucolor's butt. That's a very vibrant screen. Now, IP9 screens are a by parts for you. Is it a rebrand? Don't know, I can't tell right now. But I don't think they've got their own factory. Let's go for the white test. See, another yellowy screen. It's not. I'm going to take this as a variable out. And just swap them over on the phones. Make sure none of the colour settings are changed. Well, it shouldn't affect the vibrance of each screen. So no, take the phone out of the variable, and as we can see, it's very, very much whiter. This is definitely a bit yellower. Let's say I'll prefer the yellower white, if we're honest. There we go. So very good display quality here. Yeah. So Itucolor screen's very good in touch responsiveness and things like that. And the IP9 screen from iParts4You is a very good colour accurate and very responsive underneath its bit. So let's take a bit of a look. So what we've got in the running now is an FX5, an NCC, and an IP9. I want to put all these against each other because they're both all got this yellowy hue to them. So I'm interested to find out if this is a who made this screen, because FX5 and NCC I believe have their own factories. So I'm looking forward to finding out exactly which one's which. So let's have a bit of a nose at who makes this IP9 screen. So good to see a backplate. Oh, I missed the screw up. So this is a JH screen. It's very, very, very thick. Definitely OEM quality. Do believe a while ago Replace Base used to sell JH screens under their brand too. But let's have a bit of a... So let's do NCC and let's put Itucolor against the Itucolor, sorry, IP9 against the NCC. Let's just get this Itucolor off here. So this is the IP9. So, interesting to see how these get on. Forget how long iPhone 7s take to boot. They look near on the same. So the whiteness test, let's have a bit of a look. Just move the FX5 out of the way for a second. Just try and get that glare off. They're exactly the same. The IP9 and the NCC have really good colour accuracy. They have a slightly yellowy whitey colour, but very very vibrant in colours, and I'm gonna say very much near the same in colour depth. So that's a JH screen IP parts for you sell as at IP9s. I'm not sure if that changes, because I know places like Replace Base and iParts for you that rebrand other manufacturers' screens up under their brand name do change sometimes, and even the variances between screens sometimes can change in the respect that I know, believe JH and I can't remember who's the JK screens, they're very much of similar qualities in the respect that they use all the same sort of flexes and stuff like that, but they do differ in what LCD panels are used and everything like that. And I think most suppliers look for the best screen for their customers, so it's a very good quality screen. And NCC have really surprised me. Didn't think they'd be as good as they are. So now I want to look at the FX5 screen, and as we know, they're both exactly the same. We'll say though, today all the screens that we have tested, that's dead now, have been amazing colour, really colour accurate. So it's both make sure they're on the same brightness. Ooh. Yep, full brightness. So here I'm going to say the FX is, although slightly yellower in tint, is slightly whiter compared to this IP9 screen and probably the NCC. I'm interested, I want to have a look at that, but the colours are very vibrant on here. So I'm going to wrap the video up here really, guys. All the screens we've tested, we've got so many different ones from so many different suppliers. They all got their good perks and not so good perks, where the NCC's flex is, it's for a really good screen, it's got really cheap flex. Every screen that we've tested though has worked very well. The touchscreen's been fantastic, and I'm really impressed with the overall quality of supply screen. I'm quite sure if any one of your customers has received one of these screens on their phones, there's not been one that you can really tell like is wow, like that's completely different to that one or something like that. I will get a good video up of all these screens side by side together to give you a kind of an overall look and see between them all. But our suppliers, the manufacturers seem to be keeping up with Apple in some respects and can't keep up with them in others. My favourite, I thought Youda would have been a really different screen to what it is, but it's not. It's a bit, I thought it was going to be the same as FX5, like that's what impressions and the packaging feels like. The IP9 screen's really good. I was really surprised with Replace Space's premium screen. That is very, very colour vibrant and it's got a nice white to it. So definitely more of a OEM feeling screen. But overall I think FX5's got it here. It's fantastic for the price, and we've done the polarisation test on it. The fitment, let's have a look, I can quickly show you. I think the fitment's fantastic on it. Oh, what am I fouling on here? Apparently it's just me. And there we go. Fitment is really, really good. So yeah, thanks for watching.